If you didn't already know, and maybe will never know, is that the upcoming Flash movie was going to have more Wonder Woman and Superman. So after the shocking conclusion that James Gunn was not going to have Henry Cavill reprise his role as Superman, even though he came back, he was back! Just for a moment, he was back! Now he's gone again. But The Hollywood Reporter put out an article about behind the fall of Henry Cavill's Superman, and within this article, they even indicated what may have been cut out from the Flash movie. The article said the sunsetting of Cavill's time as Superman was the clearest indication yet that Gunn and Safran are mounting a substantial overhaul of DC, a reboot that will cut significant, if not most, ties to the previous regimes that handled DC movies for Warner Brothers. Cavill also shot a cameo in The Flash, one of 4 DC movies set to release in 2023. But sources say that cameo, along with that of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, is now being cut given that the studio chose to not go forward with director Patty Jenkins' version of Wonder Woman 3. So hold on a minute. First, it was official that Cavill is no longer coming back as Superman. Does this also mean Gal Gadot is truly gone? Like, I thought they just didn't want Patty Jenkins' version of the story, and then Gal Gadot tweeted that tweet out that seemed like she would still continue, but now it seems like maybe that was a goodbye too? And if you already didn't know, this may be spoilers, but Wonder Woman was supposed to show up in at least the first or the second act? I don't know. Where she helps out Ben Affleck's Batman and Ezra Miller's Flash. And so what's interesting is that Flash Film News, who have sources close to production, said they refute the Hollywood Reporter's claims that Gal Gadot has been removed from The Flash. You know what's interesting is that sources close to their production refutes only the Wonder Woman part of it. Ugh. And before everybody starts calling the Hollywood Reporter liars, well, apparently the writer from The Wrap said that Gal has had 2 cameo scenes in the movie. One scene during the movie, which is still there, and another scene at the end of the movie, which featured her with Henry, that has been deleted. Hold up. I only thought Henry Cavill only had 1 scene in the middle of the movie. Insiders had said before that it was kind of like the 2017 Justice League, where the Flash is running really fast, and he goes through the Speed Force, and he sees Superman flying there, and he's like, oh, that's where you've been. Yeah, that was pretty much the gist of Henry Cavill's cameo. But now it was supposed to be at the end of the movie where they're going to be standing side by side? Why would you cut that out? Which takes me to a point where I'm really curious to the decisions being made by James Gunn and the notes he's giving for these current movies that are coming out. If all the insiders are right, now that the DC Bible has already been presented to David Zaslav, and James Gunn is indeed rebooting the entire universe, a hard reboot, recasting all the Justice League members, then why even touch the current 4 movies that are coming out? You should just leave them be. Let us have our last moment with Henry Cavill as Superman, and our last moment with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman at the end of the Flash movie. Let that be at least a kind of send-off in a way. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber under the weather. But hey, there's been a lot of test screenings. Maybe at the end of the day, when we finally get to see the Flash movie, they'll plop Henry Cavill back in there with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman and says, hey, you know what? Have your last look at Superman, Wonder Woman. Oh, and of course, Batman too.